Logical Zay. It's always more than one way to think about anything. King and queens, I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself. Remember, a slow grind is better than no grind, all right? I'm feeling a little sickly, y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie. Head is like congested and just be getting hot, being cold. So, yeah, just fair warning, if I sniff or anything like that, or if my energy just not as high as it normally is, please forgive me. I'm just dealing with that. But let's get into this video, man. We're not going to do too much talking. Make sure you pop your issue in the comment section. I will be checking. Keep it respectful, no disrespect. And let's get straight into this one right here, though.
Dating was such a negative trait. So I would dim my light, I would shrink myself and try to become more digestible, all to make those around me feel more comfortable. When I finally faced the truth, I realized I was doing nothing wrong, triggering their insecurities. See, when you're confident, you have a strong presence, you're attractive, you're successful, and you have boundaries, you are only going to intimidate those who have to pretend to have all of that. I remember a time someone had told me that I was very intimidating and they would love to hang out with me, but they know that I do not hang out with people like them. And I remember thinking, like, that is such a shallow thing for someone to say. But what I did not realize is that they were revealing their own insecurity right then and there to me. This person and I, we end up having a friendship, and they stuck around long enough until their mask slipped. The moment something beautiful happens in my life, it was like a switch flipped. Suddenly they started gossiping, they started lying, fishing for information about me, desperate to find anything to twist and make me seem like someone I was not. The truth is that you will intimidate people who are deeply insecure. Jealousy often shows.
And I believe that stems from people thinking in their mind that you're perfect. So they're trying to find a flaw to make you look like you have this imperfect, because it's like a desire for them to see an imperfection because of the image that you're giving off to them in their mind. And this is just their perception. That's why perception is not reality. It's just what you perceive things to be. It does not make it reality. This is why you have to have control of that and realize that, bro, not only just for anybody else, but for yourself. You kind of have to dial back and realize that people have flaws, but maybe they're better at controlling them. Maybe they're better at managing them. Maybe people don't have to walk around here carrying their flaws. Flaws are not meant to just be, shown. I don't have to walk around here with past trauma and all of the mistakes that I've made in the past because I'm moved on forward from it. So maybe you should do the same. But your perception of me, and this is just your perception, you may think that I'm perfect, but I battle my flaws the way I battle them, and I make things look damn good. But in your mind, you think I'm so perfect that you just want to find a flaw. But that says a lot about who you are, that you want to find some sense of imperfection in me because you think I'm perfect. That's crazy. That's a scary type of person to be around. You never want to hang around nobody like that at all. Never befriend anybody like that. And once they show that side of them, get away from them immediately. Because you don't have no pride and you don't have no respect and you don't move with dignity. You think I'm supposed to meet you where you are. No, you're supposed to come up here where I'm at. I'm not. Don't try to knock me down to bring me down to where you are. That's crazy.
Shows up as projection. And your presence alone can trigger what they have yet confronted within themselves. Instead of them being inspired to grow, they try to tear you down because it's the only way they are going to feel powerful. I'm not going to lie. At first, I did let all that get to me. But when I started hearing the lies about me, I started to see everything clearly. They couldn't rise to my level, so they try to drag me down to theirs. Attempting.
I swear, when I tell y'all, I have not watched this video. I don't watch videos and then do reactions to them knowing what they gonna say. I don't like doing it. I like raw reactions. So this just leads me to believe and know that I'm on the right path of knowing what I'm talking about. So I'm not here trying to just spill no fake game or give y'all no fake bull crap and act like I know. This is just me living from experiences, being able to hear conversations. And I do this in real time, by the way. This is not something that I just do for YouTube. No, I really do this in real time. I listen to somebody. I can break things down. I can dissect. I've been like this for a long time. I can dissect somebody. I'm talking about in a matter of minutes just based off of having a conversation with them. And I've been through experiences like this as well. So super relatable, man. But yeah.
To ruin my reputation just to make themselves feel superior or at least in control. That experience did not break me though. What I learned is that I needed to stop trying to shrink myself into places that were never meant for someone like me. If my presence, confidence, kindness, and natural light makes you uncomfortable, that is your insecurity to unpack, not my responsibility to carry.
One of the best pieces of advice that I've ever received in my life is a piece of advice that I virtually have never heard anyone on the internet talk about, and it's changed my life. And it's this: people should be 5% uncomfortable around you. And let me explain. Before you come for me, let me explain. When I say 5% uncomfortable, it does not mean that you are a rude, unkind, unpleasant, malicious person.
Before she even get to her point, I want to say this. I wholeheartedly see what she's saying, and I respect what she's saying, and I believe in what maybe she's about to say this, and I promise y'all, I swear on my soul, Jesus, whatever you want to put it on. I've not watched this, and I could be wrong. So we're going to figure out if I'm wrong or not, whatever the case may be. I don't mind being wrong, but I think you're not supposed to give all of yourself to somebody. You know what I mean? That makes a person feel comfortable enough to do certain things that they shouldn't be comfortable to do. Don't give a person all of you. This is that breadcrumb mentality. You know, you're supposed to breadcrumb somebody because everybody is not deserving of who you whole truly are. You know what I mean? In its whole totality. You don't give a person every aspect and everything of you because they'll use it against you. I promise y'all, don't do it. So that 5%, and when I first meet somebody, I'm telling y'all, I am going to try to pick up on their energy as far as, can I be comfortable enough to say certain things to them? Like, don't jump into this is the thing that y'all do. Y'all think that y'all can operate the same way with every individual, which is why some things don't last, especially dealing with women. Y'all think that y'all can operate with a goofy woman the same way you can operate with a serious woman. You think every woman is going to be goofy the way that goofy girl. No, it's not going to be the same. Y'all think that y'all can be serious with every woman. No, you can't be serious like that with a goofy. You know what I'm saying? You can't have these intellectual conversations with women that don't know how to have intellectual conversations. It's that simple. You got to be able to read that though and pay attention. Like I'm telling y'all.
It means that there is an unspoken energy in your aura, an unspoken declaration that you don't need to verbalize outwards. It's in how you carry yourself, how you respect yourself, in your own self-worth, and how much you love yourself, that those around you do not feel comfortable enough to disrespect you, to talk down on you, or to betray you. This is something that is so important that I think every single person should hone in their lives, because it's going to radically change the way that you show up in your relationships, in business deals, in your...
Okay, she went a whole different direction with it. Okay, I see what she's saying. Basically, have confidence and show that you have confidence without saying, oh, I'm confident. Just let that be a thing that bleeds out of your pores. You know what I'm saying? That should be something that people just see. When you walk into a room, your presence should be felt. You should have undeniable, strong sense of presence without saying, oh, I'm here, I'm loud. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to walk in a room and be the loudest thing just to get the attention. If y'all know what I'm saying.
Friendships, and just in the way that you carry yourself out in the world. So this is the way that I see it. You should be a kind, graceful, loving human being. 95%. That is who you are. That is your energy. That is who you are at your core, and that is how you show up. However, there is this like underlying in the background something about you, just in the way that you speak about yourself and you speak to others, that signifies and signals out to the external world. To use my language, you cannot fuck with me, because if you fuck with me, you're going to unleash the warrior in me. I am telling you, the magnetism that you're going to have in your life, the people that you start attracting into your life, the opportunities, the energies, is going to completely shift your life, because you're going to go from being this like people pleaser person who overextends themselves, who doesn't have boundaries, who isn't fully immersed in their self-worth, to this energy of, I am in my power. I know who I am. Yeah. I am this kind, loving person, and you do not mess with my energy, because my energy is my gift and I protect it at all costs. And it's not something that you say, it's in how you carry yourself, it's in your energy. And if you guys would like, I can make a separate video. You comment part 2 and I'll make a separate video on how to actually do this. But I'm telling you, this advice will change your life.
People should, in fact, be slightly afraid of you. I saw somebody that posted a video and said this, but I'm going to tell you why I completely agree. And this is especially for my young women, and even more for my young women of color. I used to think that the idea of people being afraid of you, or you being intimidating to people, had a negative connotation. And I've been a chronic people pleaser and empath for years. Both socially and in my career, I feel like I've always strived to make people around me comfortable. Like, my main goal was to make sure that people were comfortable, people were not afraid of me, people did not think that I was a bitch, people did not think that I was cocky. But I'm not gonna lie, I really don't think that got me anywhere, and I can totally see why you should have people who are slightly afraid of you. That humble, nicey nice shit is not really gonna get you as far as you think. I am not saying that you're not rewarded for being kind and a good person, but you can still be kind, nice, and a good person at the core and not
be a people reader and not a people pleaser. Remember that, y'all. Be good at reading people. Be phenomenal at it. But don't exhaust yourself trying to please people. I promise you.
Be a pushover, not be someone who is super mushy and comes off as somebody who is easy to manipulate and use. I have had multiple energy vampire friends in my life, and I feel like I can't even blame them. That is because of the way that I tried so hard to make them comfortable and cared more about being a people pleaser than coming off intimidating and coming off as somebody who should repel their type of energy and make them not feel safe around me because they are too jealous and insecure to share the same air as me. I have also been in internships in certain jobs where I've, tried to be super, super nice and use all these exclamation points and be super eager and excited all the time to work and help people, only to realize that certain people at the company were getting more respect for being drier and seeming like you can't play with them, you can't push them over. There is power in being the person that people are afraid of. Yep. And this does not make you a bad person. This does not mean that when people come,
I wouldn't even say make people afraid of you. I would say have this mystique to you. Be mysterious enough to where people can't read you, but also they're highly intrigued by who you are. I would say do that versus, completely making yourself this person that people just hate. Make people hate you. No, I wouldn't necessarily say that.
To you for help, you won't help them, that you are not giving.
When someone is trying to serve you, the lower hand. This is exactly how you play it. As someone who's been through this a tremendous amount of times, from every single age group you can imagine, even teachers, even family members, when someone is trying to serve you the lower hand, that basically means you are outnumbered, or multiple people in the room who doesn't like you, who's trying to make sure you don't get an opportunity, just mean spirit and trying to claim your energy. When I was a little girl, I remember I was in a group with my friends and I would be talking to them, and as they would be laughing at me, I would be laughing with them. I noticed my teacher started to pick me out. I noticed she would say, "Jenna, stop talking," when everybody else would be talking. I will understand when she said, "Jenna, she could get it herself," when someone drops their pencil on the floor and I give it up to them. It was always Jenna, 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 pick, pick, pick. I remember this woman had called my mom because I was interrupting the class, and in reality, I was just very sick. I went to the back to get a tissue, and she said I got up without her permission. It was another time in my high school, an English teacher, if you know, you know. Remember, I dropped a pencil under my desk. I didn't even get up. I got it. She was in the middle of her talking. I remember when I got back up with my pencil, she just stopped and stared at me for 35 seconds, and I'm looking around like, what is going on? And then she cuts and rolls her eyes. I remember she was still talking. Somebody sneezed. I said, "Bless you." And she said, "Jenna, I'm tired of you interrupting." It was ridiculous. Moving forward to the mean girls, when I would be in groups and organizations, it would be very obvious when people just got done talking about me. They want to make sure that I see that they're looking at me, that I'm outnumbered. When you step into the room and you're confronted with these mean girls, these mean people who are kiki kaka or whispering when you walk in, you take it and you run with it. That's how you play it. You have them bothered. It is something about your presence, something about your mental that has you bothered. This used to crush me. Me finding out people don't like me used to crush me. Me trying to figure out why these girls and these teachers are just so mean to me and just causing all this attention and ruckus and trying to blame it on me that I'm causing this attention and this ruckus. I would be so confused. But then I remember I would be so confused because there was nothing I did, and that's when I said, exactly. Baby, I don't have to do anything and you're bothered, your energy is disrupted. That's all I have to do is walk in. All you have to do is know I'm coming, and that makes you want to grab all your girls and make sure you team all of them against me and try to convince them not to like me, try to tell them all these rumors about me.
I remember in school one time, man, honestly, throughout my whole life, I was a very shy person, and I think people were intimidated by the fact that although I was shy, when I played basketball, I had this crazy amount of confidence because I used to watch a lot of Kobe and Michael Jordan highlights and stuff like that. So I would exude a lot of that energy. I would have a lot of that Kobe and Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, finesse, and just the quote unquote, like the cockiness, just the overly confident that they had. And I think people would, you know, misinterpret that, not realizing that I'm just this shy person. But when it's something that I'm good at, I had this crazy amount of confidence, and a lot of people thought I was just arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Just, oh, he's full of himself, and it wasn't that at all. Because if you was to have a conversation with me, you'd be like, dang, this guy is the coolest person ever. But even if people didn't see me play basketball, they would have that same type of mindset. And it's just like, bro, I'm super cool to talk to. Even to this day, like now, I'm still quiet. Of course, y'all don't think I'm quiet because I'm talking a lot on these dang videos, but I'm really to myself. I really don't talk a lot. I really have this, you know, to myself in my own turtle shell sort of way of moving throughout life. And that's just me. But if somebody was to come up to me and talk to me, if any of y'all wrote me or hit me up on Instagram or something like that, man, I don't mind having a conversation with anybody. I don't mind giving no type of advice, but sometimes your presence can intimidate people. I've heard so many things, bro. I wish I was this like you. Or I wish I was that like you. And it's like, bro, you can be in shape. You can get the ladies. You can do whatever the case may be. Even when I drove nice car, I don't right now. My car is nice now, but I'm just saying, like, even when I had a super nice, I had this dope Charger. People be like, oh my God, bro, that car hard. And the third is just like, bro, it's just a car. It's not that big of a deal, man. So, but in your mind, it's regular. But in other people's minds, their perception of things is just completely different. So, but yeah, you just got to know your power. You know what I'm saying? Know your power. Take control of it. Don't let nobody try to manipulate and flip and make your superpower be something that is negative, because it's not. You can walk in the room and people can side eye you and be like, oh, dude, knowing dang well you clean. Y'all ever heard like somebody be like, nah, dude think he clean. Nah, you think I'm clean, but you don't want to say it. So you just rather be negative about it. And it's kind of that same thing, like, oh, she thinks she all that. Nah, you think she fly. You think she look good, and you just don't want to say that. You don't love yourself enough to give somebody else love. And that's just what that is. So before y'all judge, man, try to conversate with somebody, or, you know what I'm saying, just step outside of the norm and give somebody a compliment. If you see somebody with a nice car, nice shoes, or whatever the case, you see a nice couple, man, y'all look amazing. Y'all look like a beautiful couple. Just anything, just some type of small compliment. It'll help yourself internally. It'll make you feel good. Especially when you know yourself and you love yourself. I'm telling y'all, it does a lot of great things for you.
And to try and get something in their head, but baby, you know they got to meet me anyway. You're doing that because you know they're going to want to be friends with me. You're trying to serve me the lower hand when I've had the upper hand the entire time. Now, present day, don't let me find out that you don't like me. You're going to hate me. Don't let me find out that you're talking about me, because I'm going to give you something to talk about.
See, I'm not even going to feed into your energy now. I'm too grown. I'm too at a point where I'm just at peace. I love myself enough to not even go there with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to add any type of, what they say, I'm not going to add no salt to the injury, so to speak. I'm cool on it. I'm just going to remove myself, and that's just, it is what it is.
All these people who want to smile in your face and talk behind your back and get other people not to like you and say slick things behind
corny.
You and try
That's
to play
corny.
it off like they didn't say something slick. You take note of that and you make them even more mad. And your energy that radiates, my energy that radiates, isn't going to stop either. Peace, love, and applesauce.
Have you ever wondered why the people closest to you don't support you when you start something new, like launching a business, switching careers, or even just like chasing your dreams? It's easy to say they're jealous. It's easy to say that they're haters. But more often than not, it's deeper than that. It's psychological.
Of course.
Especially if you come from the same background, the same struggle, the same limitations. That's not just inspiring to people. That can be very triggering, because now you're a mirror and you reflect back what they could have done had they made different choices. And that's uncomfortable for most people. You become a reminder of the version of themselves that they abandoned. The version that wanted more but didn't feel brave enough to go after it, that didn't feel supported, that didn't believe that they were worthy. And instead of dealing with it directly, people cope in subtle ways. This is where cognitive dissonance comes in. That's the internal conflict someone feels when their current reality is challenged by a new truth. Maybe they've been telling themselves for years that people like you or people from your environment don't make it. That success is not realistic. That visibility is for other people, not for you, not for them. And now you're proof that these beliefs were not facts. They're just their fears. And now they got to either face that or reject you. So instead of clapping for you, they fall silent. Instead of supporting you, they become distant. Or worse, they become what many people call monitoring spirits. They watch everything you post,
I was just about
every
to
move
say
you
that.
make, never like, never engage, never share.
Yep.
And no, this does not mean that everyone who watches you and who doesn't engage is secretly hating. Okay, some people just consume content passively. That's normal. But when it's someone close to you, someone who used to show love, someone who used to engage, who used to be vocal, and now they're silent while still watching, that is not random. That's avoidance.
Hey, listen, this beautiful queen right here is cooking. And don't let anything that you deem as intimidating distract you or throw you off of what you're supposed to be doing. Like, people are not supporting you that you think or you know for a fact should be supporting you, like family and friends and people close to you that you shake hands, you know, with and conversate with every day. You think in your mind that these people will be the number one people to support you. But when you find out that they don't support you the way you think they should support you, do not allow that to intimidate you, because it will. It has. I've been there before, but you just got to keep going through it. You know what I'm saying? You got to grow through it and go through it. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite sayings, you got to go through it and grow through it. But don't allow that to stop you. Don't get distracted, because your supporters are probably going to be people that you don't even know. For a fact, I got 2 people. When I drop videos, they always show love, and y'all know exactly who y'all are, man. Shout out to y'all. Always showing love. And I sincerely and genuinely appreciate it, man. I really do. I rock with y'all tough. That means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? And it don't take thousands upon thousands of people. It take 2 or 3 people just to rock with you, to be like, you know what? I'm going to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? That's going to keep me thriving. It's going to keep me going and keep me pushing. That means the most to me, more than people that you know, I believe is supposed to support me. It's like, I ain't even worried about that no more. And as time go by, are you going to allow them to stop what you're doing? Because in a sense, they're going to stunt your growth. If you keep relying and waiting on people that you think is supposed to be there, your brothers and your homies, if you are waiting on them to support you in order for you to keep going, and they don't support you, then are you going to stop? Crazy. So, but man, listen, this was a great video. I love this. If y'all got any topics or anything y'all want me to touch on, man, for sure, we could get to it. I love this. Stuff like this is dope because it's like the psychological part of the world and the mind. And these are videos I love the most, which is why y'all see me doing a lot of these videos, man. Shout out to TikTok, by the way. Shout out to TikTok for being a great source for people to express themselves and give game and knowledge, because I'm a sponge to all of this stuff. So with that being said, love, peace, and prosperity. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevate until we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Be great, man. I'm sorry if my energy was off. I'm feeling sick right now. Freaking sweating under this hoodie, but had to push through, man. But yeah, I'm going, y'all.